the new JDI Ghost Key. It replaces the old JDI Push to Start with new improved design and construction. The Ghost Key now gives you the power to control cranking times, system lock times, and fuel pump priming. Comes standard with RFID chipped black keys. Push start button with a white colored LED ring. Other colors are available. Still plug and play as always. Available for a ton of models. Pick one up at jordandistributors.com.
The Ghost Key.
That's it. It's official. Hondas are dead. Okay, people, I know I'm probably being a bit pedantic about this subject matter. I'm ready to grab a cup of coffee, and I'm going to rant for a minute. So this is one of those ranting videos. Click off if you don't want to hear it. So I know that this is going to sound really kind of out there, like I'm wah-wah crying and boo-hooing. I'm going to be discussing quite a bit of topics on this one, so just hear me out on this. And if you think I'm being too wah-wah boo-hoo, go ahead and let me know in the comments below if I'm being way too over the top and negative. So the first thing that I'm going to point out is my own situation. I've got some actual automotive content on the way, but I've been waiting on parts, and Amazon sent me the wrong part. Reordered it again, they sent me the wrong part again. Trying to finish a video, bruh. For starters, if you guys have noticed, for the most part, my video views have been down. And well, this is kind of sad and depressing and very demoralizing, of course. But first I thought that, wow, I've really got to look at what's going on and why people are not watching my videos. I was really concerned and just wondering what's going on with this, because things for my channel in particular have not been going well. In an effort to try to be responsible, I've reached out to other creators to talk to them. Well, surprisingly, I found something out. As I was talking to other creators, approaching them about tips or what I could do, what I could change to try to maybe gain interest in my channel, because people just don't seem to be watching or clicking on the videos for some reason. And maybe it's just because, hey, you know what? My content isn't that good. My channel's been around for 10 years. I'm just old news. Who knows? One of the biggest strange things was I was talking to another content creator, and he's like, well, what's your like versus dislike ratio? And I'm like, it's 98 to 100% most of the time. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I'm only getting maybe 1 or 2 dislikes per video. He's like, well, that's not right. And a lot of my videos are not getting dislikes at all. He was like, think about it. If your video is not getting dislikes, how are people seeing that? That means it's not getting views, period. Meaning that your channel could be shadow banned or whatever. If you've never heard of it, there's this theory that there are certain channels that are shadow banned, meaning YouTube is not wanting to show the content for whatever reason. Maybe there's some search title stuff. For whatever reason, YouTube doesn't want videos to be seen, or they're not putting them out there. What's really weird is what's been happening is I will go to shows, meet people, and they'll say, why did you quit uploading? I'm like, I haven't. I've been consistently uploading minimally once a week, 2 to 3 times a week. And lately, I've been specifically changing up the days for uploads and times for uploads, because I'm just trying to see if I can't break the rhythm or break out of the algorithm. Another thing that the other content creators basically said was they expressed the same thing, that either A, their viewership is down, or growth overall has pretty much stagnated, which is odd. At first I started to think, well, maybe, Honda content is just dead. People don't care about it. And that might be true for the most part, that, it's just not as easy or as common for people to be still working on these 90s buckets. The value of everything is kind of shot through the roof, and, people just don't care anymore about seeing Honda content. Until I was talking to another video creator, and they pointed out something. They said, look at this other channel, these other couple of channels that seem to be doing really, really well. And the view counts that they were getting was in the upper hundreds of thousands, 200,000 to 300,000 views per video. Some are in the millions. And so the question is like, obviously there is a thirst for this type of content, but for some reason, all of the other creators, meaning the other smaller sub Honda creators, are not even getting these numbers combined. It begs the question, how can one channel pull so many views and so much attention based on a certain type of content, but yet all the other channels combined can't even pull a tenth of the content? This is really odd. And so as I'm sitting here going back and forth, looking at the numbers, trying to figure things out, sure enough, YouTube is not really pushing automotive content. If you are a Honda content creator and you've noticed the same thing, please let me know in the comments and also DM me. I don't understand what is going on, because there are other channels that, I mean, they do amazing content and their views are not what they once were. They're struggling to get the numbers. And sure, the algorithm is ever punishing if you're not exactly, precision consistent, but it's really strange what's going on. Another thing that for me was the coffin nail that I heard through a friend of mine that I've known for a long time, who is not a content creator, but he works on the back end of producing very high-end podcasts. And he has knowledge of some stuff that when I heard this, I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. So the particular podcast that he works on is very large, and I mean very large, and the personality is somewhat into cars. Not fully, it's not what they do, but they are into cars. Some information sort of got passed along, because they noticed that when they did talk about cars, that content did not do as well. So they approached somebody at YouTube about it. The answer that was basically given to him was basically, in a roundabout way, let's go Brandon. So if you've noticed, gas prices are through the roof. There's a very large push on electric vehicles. If you couldn't tell, obviously everybody is struggling with the extreme rise in inflation. Gas prices are just through the roof. Car content, quite possibly, we don't know for sure. It's all speculation. We're just guessing here. Car content is trying to be pushed back. They don't want people being interested in gasoline on engine powered automobiles anymore. They want to push electric. With all of that sort of combined of looking at the situation, politically, and also financially, with gas prices, car prices, are through the roof, inflation, all of that stuff. And just about all the creators that I talk to, they really seem like their numbers are not what they used to be, and or their growth has really slowed down. It's really hard to say what the future holds, not only for the automotive section, the Honda guys, and I have friends in other countries, and they're kind of telling me the same thing, that their country is really pushing for electric vehicles, and it's just, it's obviously the future. I have real concerns about electric vehicles because, listen, it's not just about carrying passengers, back and forth to work. I understand, from certain perspectives why the electric vehicle works. It makes total sense, but we don't really have the infrastructure for it. And I think we're rushing towards something that we're not prepared for. There's a gas station on every corner. I think we would do better getting a Grom or a Ruckus than electric cars. Electric cars are so expensive and you can't even get a hold of them. I talked to my father. He was like, well, I started to look into an electric vehicle because gas is so expensive. And he's like, you can't get one. And even if you do, they're expensive. They're not cheap. They're not affordable. So what does all this mean? I don't know. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing for as long as I can. What does it all mean? I don't know. But this is a little rant video. If you watch this video and you watched it this far, thank you so much. Click like, subscribe, all that stuff. I don't know if it matters at this point. Enough ranting from me. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Go give a thank you to your favorite creator if you can. Shoot them a DM or a positive comment on their channel. Might brighten their day. Shout out to the sponsors, JordanDistributors.com and RestoTuner.com. Go check them out. hit them up. I will see you on a new video on Saturday. Saturday, I'm going to be posting a new video with my new wheels. So I've been trying to keep it under wraps, but boy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.